of our Sistas Keeper, the Tyler Perry Sistas Alive Aftershow, hosted by your good sis you let her talk TV with, and
Your girl Allie Meg giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
always in the nick of time. And it feels good to be back. We had the pre-recorded episode last week, and that was fun. Y'all actually are gonna get, as soon as I get back to LA, probably a Saturday upload. I got y'all with the whole thing because that first part was hot fire. Like if y'all thought we was coming with it
Listen,
at the second half, the first part was just the perfect primer. Yeah, yeah. So that's coming. Do be on the lookout for it. That but we're back live and in full effect after a new Tyler Perry Sisters episode. Before we really get into it, y'all, let me know how is the audio. Are you guys hearing us okay? I want to make sure that we are where we need to be before we really get into it because this episode actually gave us a good amount to jump into. So let us know, is
it
the
really
audio
did.
good? What's happening? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody who left me really beautiful condolences. I really, really appreciate y'all so much. The last couple weeks have been really, really rough, and you really don't know what to expect when you're going through grief and loss. But just having so many people show up and offer kind words and prayers, it has just been really, 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 really dope. And I appreciate it. And it's been really great for me in practicing allowing people to show up for me, allowing people to pour into me because I am just like terrible with that. So I appreciate y'all so much.
Amen.
Hello from Chicago. Hey Tina, welcome in, boo. Shell, we love you too, boo. You already know. Shout out to Kelly Hester Jones, Sierra, A Noel, Roya, Nikki Baby 94, Janelle, Princess Faye, Simply Johnny. How you doing? The Chosen One. You got me out. Hey boo. Demetria, DNC Greatness, Keisha, Natalie Rose. Y'all saying everything sounds good? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so drop those ratings. If everything is all good, then we can just go ahead and get into it. Let's just talk about what we need to talk about. And y'all don't mind my little background. Y'all know I'll be trying to make it happen in the midst of the things. We here. But we rate an episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Allie, how you feeling about the episode?
Mm, I'm probably gonna give it a cool 6.5.
I'm
I think
surprised
I'm
who
gonna give it
wrote
a
the episode wrote the
6.5.
episode. And it's not because I think that they're bad writers. Like that is no shade, but the way that the men have been doing the women thus far, as we have been presented with this writers' room, it was just not giving. So for us to get the episode that we got tonight, and it was the men folk. Maggie, your next episode, Miss Mamas. Your next episode, step them cookies up, cause clearly we're getting to a better place. I don't know. This is the first one, so let's not too much. You
I,
got Mel. Why is it a -10? What is happening? -10 go crazy. -10 really kind of go crazy. Cause what do you mean -10?
we got to know. We have to know.
Child,
That
Kelly
is
Hester Jones gave it an
wild.
8. Keisha gave it an 8 from Cali. Demetria gave it a 7. Janelle gave it a 4.5. Sanita gave it a 7.2. Okay. Princess Faye gave it an 8. Roya gave it a 7. Shell is giving the episode a 5 because Andi getting some balls now. Jalen gave it a 4. Sierra gave it a 6. Brandon, hey boo, welcome in, gave it a 5. The Chosen One gave it a 6. Dang, so many of y'all still hovering in the midway point. Maybe, am I just tired? Am I getting worn down in these days,
What
these
did
first
you
days of
get?
2025? I honestly want to give an episode like an 8.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
really, really pleasantly surprised by this episode. It wasn't good. No, I don't know. Maybe my scale is shifting. Perspective Plans gave it a 6 for a piece of Danny's growth. Maybe that's it. I fear I fear Daniela waking the hell up a little bit might have been the thing that is doing it for me. I might be giving extra points specifically. You know what? It's not even that. It's Daniela waking the hell up a little bit, being accountable, because that's all I've been begging for the last 4 years. Is for Daniela to be accountable for her. Then, for whatever reason, we done transported back in time, and now Zachary is considering his friend Daniela. Been asking for that. I feel like there were so many things we have been asking for in the episode, so that's probably why I'm giving an 8. Now, if they fit, if they were properly set up, if any of that stuff is the case, I don't know. But they gave it to me. Ellie, why are you looking
I
at
think
that?
I'm just saying, okay, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I thought it was overall, I thought it was a well written and a well executed episode. And I know we'll get into this as we go on in the show. I just felt like certain things were not deserved. And it just made me
Mm.
feel, as you were saying, some of the things that we saw were things that we have been saying we have been wanting to see. But they do a horrible job at the build up. Like all of a sudden, Karen and Zach talking, and she brings up Danny. You still her friend. Since when?
Mm-hmm.
Since when? Like, for me, I think a lot of things in this episode was just thrown. Not that it wasn't great to watch. It just felt like is not warranted. I don't
Mm.
feel like Zach and Danny are friends, even though I think the moment between them was such a great moment. It just didn't do anything for me per se.
The chosen
Because
one
I
said
just
it's a
felt
little
like
too
this.
late.
In a
That's
sense,
what you feel like.
yeah,
It's kind of too late. That's fair. I
yeah,
really like now
yeah,
that I
yeah.
really think about it. Now that I really think about it, it is literally me feeling vindicated, honestly, for like asking for these things 2, 3 seasons ago in some cases and never receiving them, but feeling like this is what will make it different. This is what will make this character engaging. Is what will make this character's progression. Even Zach, like leaning into his friendship with Danny, look at how humanizing that is for him. Look at the little bits of growth that starts to allude to, because now it's no longer the Zachary Taylor show, and he's taking moments out of his day doing not a goddamn thing because he ain't bringing home the bacon. He just sitting and waiting for Fatima to do it. He could take a couple moments out of his boring ass day to go and check on this girl who literally pulled him out of a damn homeless shelter. Why were we ever acting like this girl wasn't more than what she was, or than what he's allowed to her to be in this part of his life? This is the one girl who you have not gone to some place sexually, but still used to prop your ass up in the times that you were down, and you make it, and now all of a sudden she don't exist. You are financially stable, and now all of a sudden you never check on her. You make it, and now all of a sudden she come over to your house and you acting like you too good for her to even breathe your air. That never made sense for me. So honestly, the Zach and Danny scene, it feels like, to some of y'all's point, it is a little late. It is definitely like 3 seasons late. But I guess at this point, because we've been starving for so much, I'm just kind of like taking what they give us and appreciating that it wasn't some complete bullshit. And then on top of that, he reaffirms the growth in the uncomfortability and how she needs to make peace with that and be try to find comfort in being uncomfortable through this therapy journey, because it's actually helping her. And then that to me leaves a like, well, Zach, what about your therapy journey? Is this going to spur you to actually dive into yours? It could. So I think the things to happen, and then feeling like, okay, this could be the bridge to actually character there. Now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work with y'all and I'm gonna give y'all credit.
Just so I'm clear, did Zach bring up that he was in therapy while talking to Danny? I don't remember
I
him
don't
doing that.
remember him doing that.
Okay, because I was waiting for him to make reference to that as he was talking about the growth that he was seeing in her
Really?
and how therapy was working. Because my thing is, how do you know it's working?
If he
And
would have
then
did
I
that,
think one of the
I
things
would have
that
probably been turned off, Allie. If he would have brought up his therapy journey,
I wouldn't
it would have
have been
completely invalidated
not
his
not
whole
his
thing.
therapy journey. To me, if he just would have said when she was like, I thought therapy was supposed to make me feel good, And for him to say, I did too, but it was something like, man, it get ugly before it get better. Trust me, I know. Like, if he would have made some type of reference point, because he gave Fatima credit, like, that's what Fatima said. And I'm like, at some point, can we please, like, I just want Fatima titty to just get popped out of his mouth. Like, so serious. Because it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand you riding for your woman and what you feel she may have done for you. But I think I'm just getting so irritated because I feel like Zac is so severely codependent upon Fatima. And it's like, no, what if you're in therapy, like, and we already know what's going on with that, but I'm trying to keep everything separate. But just, with Sistas, like, I would have preferred for, and I guess I would have preferred for him to talk about or make reference to his therapy moment or journey or time in comparison to giving Fatima that credit.
But
I
I feel
guess
like
that's what it was for
he
me.
can't take credit because he's bullshitting his own journey. It would have complete the moment that he would have said, because I really know and I'm experiencing the same thing, I'd have been like, bullshit. You almost killed your brother. You tossed your homeboy off your
Mm-hmm.
deck. Damn near suplex Connie's ass. Like, you went ballistic in Belinda's house. Like, you don't know. You don't. And I took it as when he's like, it's working just because of how she was speaking, because she does sound different. She sounds more
You did.
introspective. She sounds more accountable. She sounds a little bit more at ease, even in uncomfortability. It feels less anxious. Even Danny's like overly aggressive, taking shots at people all the time and making inappropriate sexual jokes or whatever. All of that still, when I think about the Daniela we watched tonight versus that Daniela, you can definitely see the anxiety in that Daniela. While she feels comfortable in this very like make everybody else uncomfortable place, this one feels like it's actually who she is, while this other one feels like very much so like a performance. And I think that that's what he was picking up on.
I could give it that. I just felt like even with Zac, his tone felt very different. It felt like we were listening to an evolved person, even though we know therapy ain't working for him, on the team, but even his conversation felt different. And for me,
Yes.
I'm thinking like if I was Danny, I would have been like, what's going on with you? Because this is not the Zac I remember. Like, this ain't, nah, what's going on with you? So even if that would have been like a moment for him to plug in the fact that he was on his own journey and I've had my struggle, whatever it was, I just felt like that would have been a better moment than just the Fatima thing.
Mm.
But maybe that's just like my personal thing. Because listening to them, I'm like, when I tell you I used to despise Zac and Danni moments because they used to, because I felt like it was so overly humored that it took away from what was supposed to
The
be
actual
happening.
friendship, yeah.
Yeah. So I
I don't
really I
even
really
know if
didn't
I
care for them that
really
much.
I don't even know if I really registered when he said Fatima. Like, I didn't take too much to it. And I think for me, if Zac would have made not even just his therapy journey, but if he would have made any part of that conversation about him, I would have been immediately turned off. And yes, it does feel like they skipped to an evolved part of him and we haven't seen the journey for him to get there. But I appreciate it because this is the Zac I have been waiting for. Like, this is not all about you. Like, I believe in
Hmm.
listening to that conversation. He 100% made the conversation about Danni. He didn't rush her through her feelings and like hurry up and talk whatever. Like, he literally was there. He listened and he responded in ways that really just centered Danni. And he doesn't ever do that. So
That's
I guess I
facts.
kind of like wrote off the whole, like, he did mention Fatima, but I didn't even really give much to it in reference to like, oh, they're bigging up Fatima again. I was just so grateful that he didn't turn the conversation into being about him like he does with everybody else.
That's facts, girl. That's
Um,
facts. Because it's so all about Zac.
and it also kind of feels like similar to what you were saying of him seeming more evolved now out of nowhere. Daniela, I guess, could also have that same thing. Because, girl, when the hell did you? Yes, please apologize to Tony, but it wasn't given last episode that you knew that you needed to apologize. So did you fall asleep on the wrong side and wake up on the right side of the bed? Like, what is actually happening here?
Did we have a time jump that we weren't aware of? Because I
Hello.
said, now, Lord, I said, now, Father, I know you work in mysterious ways. And I know that when you come into our heart, old things are gone and we are anew. But it don't work that fast. It don't work that fast. That's why I said for me, it felt like this wasn't deserving. This conversation was not deserving because it felt like what exactly has happened, or like you said, what has happened to get Danny to this moment? Because just the
Yeah.
night before, this is not who we were dealing with. This was not the same person. So I'm like, what actually happened here? And for me, I think with Sisters, that's where a lot of my disconnect comes from because
Mm-hmm.
we have been sitting with these characters for so long. I feel very familiar with them. So when things happen, it's like I want to be able to go on that journey, what that looked like. And honestly, the only character who I feel who really have gone through a journey is Karen.
Mm-hmm.
That we have seen it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever, chaos and all of that. But we were able to travel that with her. And every other person is just like, oh, this is the refined Danny. This is the refined. I was gonna say Andi, but I can't even give her that. I'm gonna just say Danny. And it's like, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Mm. I mean, I think that that's fair. I think that that's super fair. Um, we definitely deserve to see the journey to this place for certain characters. But by God, Miss Molly, I'm just glad that we here. Cause enough is enough. Enough is
Yes.
enough. I think I also gave this episode an 8 because they shocked me with Rich. That one almost got me on my feet. That one almost
Oh,
got me to do a standing ovation with a slow clap because that told me that y'all asses are actually trying to say something. You are actually trying to
mhm.
add to the conversation and culture. You are listening to the conversation and culture and to life for us. And you are not trying to make everything trite, trivial, and stereotypical. I appreciate it. I don't even like this
Yes,
nigga, but now I'm locked in. I am locked
girl.
into Rich's journey. I am locked in. Rich cannot go no damn where. And just last week, I was like, he got to get the fuck off the show.
Yes. When I tell you, I literally did when that lady made that statement, and I was like, I'm so happy because we were talking about. I don't know if this was on the first half of the conversation you and I did that they haven't seen yet. It was on the previous Our Sister's Keeper when we talked about how I felt like they did a great job at bringing up awareness of health issues that directly affect the Black community. And I don't think sickle cell is discussed enough amongst us. Finding out if you are a carrier and if you get with someone else who is a carrier, your child is going to have sickle cell anemia. So it's like I was so glad when that happened because it's going to be a great story to tell, and I'm here for it, and it's going to bring up so many other issues in this dynamic that I am so here for. So it almost humanized Rich to me because I felt that. Because I know I have
Yeah.
people in my life who are affected by sickle cell, and just doing the research and the things behind that, I'm so glad to see this for him. And I pray they just don't announce this and then let the story fall.
Hello, because now you got to commit. Now you got to go
Yeah.
there. Like the only thing that we've seen in most recent culture in reference to media discussing it was Supercell, and I think that they did a brilliant job in like turning the disease on its head and like making it a superpower, but then adding it to the conversation for us, and it's one of the things that like brings things back up. I don't even recall people talking about sickle cell for real, since like T-Boz, right? Like finding out about
Hmm.
her and then, early on with her like advocacy for it and being very outright and outspoken. But for them to make this choice, I'm like, yo, this is so dope because it's not just show your swimmers ain't swimming. I know I've been clowning his ass like, oh, your swimmers actually do swim, but this is the case. And this now opens it up to more nuanced conversations because nobody is saying that people with sickle cell can't procreate, right? Like, I think it's going to
Hmm.
come up to be like that is a policy for them in reference to the hospital of like when certain traits, genetic things pop up, that is automatically a no go. So that means that y'all might have to go and do it the old fashioned way. But then it even, and I don't think that they're going to go this far, but like, depending on how intellectual Rich want to get, like then the conversation around eugenics come up, and like if he want to push back, like I know that I have this and this, but if we're aware and we're making the choice that we should be able to just have a kid, and y'all can't tell us we can't, this is eugenics and da 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 da. Like there's so much that you could actually do with that particular conversation. So again, I love the decision. It does humanize Richie a little bit. I still don't like him. Like I feel empathy now for the fact that you are a carrier for sickle cell, but you still never wanted kids. So did you know that like your grandmother had it or your grandfather? Like there's some things I want to hear from him, but I quite literally only want you still on the show because you are the carrier of this particular storyline for carrying this particular trait. And I want to see how Sabrina navigates it. But I still don't like your ass.
Still don't like you, but I'm so glad your story is being told. And I want to thank Janelle for expressing it, that she has sickle cell anemia and that she experiences pain. So I'm so grateful that with Sistas and praying for you. She said she's in pain now, so I'm praying for your healing, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. I pray healing over your body, and I'm just so grateful that people can feel seen. Naya as well. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's so many people affected by it, so I'm glad that they are, talking about it, because it needs to be. I wish this talk gets talked about more, cell and lupus and how it affects a lot of Black people, and just having that responsibility in the writing. And I think this is what happens when people can say, oh yeah, I suffer from that, or I know someone in my family who has that, and it creates the conversation, about these things that directly affect us. And like you said, this is a man who never wanted kids. Do we know if he had an inclination that he had this, or who in his family may have had it, so on and so forth? And was he fearful of getting tested because he didn't want to find out that he was a carrier? So it raises up all these questions and concerns. And so I'm just glad that we're here with their story.
Same. So yeah, I'm sticking. Yes, they did not give us a bunch of setup and whatnot and take us on a journey. But by golly, Miss Molly, if we're going to reset the board at the places that we are now, I can live with it. I can go ahead and give y'all a little pass. But that means from this point on, this is how Zachary Zacks. This is how Danni Dannies. This is how Rich Riches. I don't want to hear that other that you had going on. That stagnant, stale that you had going on. Don't want no parts of it. Yes, Zach can regress a little bit. Yes, he can struggle with navigating his evolved state. But if I don't see the evolved Zach anymore the rest of the season, it's going to be me and y'all, writers. It's going to be me and y'all. And I have big beef with y'all's asses. Daniela don't know how to apologize no more after this. It's going to be me and y'all. Because apologies need to be flowing. Now that Miss Mamas is seeing herself. Okay? Let's go back to Danni real quick, because we didn't actually get into her revelation and her seeing herself. I agree wholeheartedly, Allie, that they have not given us the journey. But baby, when I tell you, listening to her say that she did not know if she was having sex and pushing for sex because she wanted it, or if she was just trying to preemptively give niggas what they wanted so that they wouldn't hurt her to get it. I said, my God, the pen is penning.
Baby, it was powerful. That was powerful.
The pen was penning. Whew.
That was powerful. When Danni said last night when we were about to, I didn't know if I was doing it because I wanted to, or because I was supposed to. And I was like, baby, can we stay here? Can we stay here in this moment and talk about how many women do things because they feel like they're supposed to and not because we want to? That's a whole show by itself.
Hello.
But just to hear her say that, that's when I said, oh yeah, this is a different Danni. This is a different Danni, because now she's considering her actions. Now she is trying to understand the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. So I really appreciated that moment with her to reconcile with herself. So that for me was incredible to watch.
Yeah. And it's honestly, y'all, I have already said it a couple times. I'm gonna keep saying it. It has been what we have been begging for. We have been begging to understand, or not even for us to understand, but for her to try to start to understand why she's doing the things that she's doing. Get her ass off of her high horse, come down into the muck, into the grit, into the gutter of her feelings and her life and her trauma, and start to wade through them damn waters and figure out, why do you say that what you say? Why do you think what you think? Why do you do what you do? That's all I ever wanted. While people want to be coming for me, while people want to be criticizing us for being overly critical of these characters, it's moments like this with these characters when they finally do the things that we've been asking for, and it be the strongest parts of their story. The best, like Mignon ate it down. Oh, yes, Daniela in this episode, yes. Even her interaction with Sabrina. Thank you, friend. A genuine thank you. Like, you showed up for me. You didn't have to do this. I didn't want you to sacrifice your job. Like, we're finally seeing a person, a real person that is completely worthy of love, completely worthy of empathy, completely worthy of the things that she has constantly been bestowed upon her, while also not actually being worthy in those moments. Now it's like, yes, this girl can get anything. This girl can get me to stop what I'm doing and leave my damn job. This girl can get me to sleep on her damn couch. This girl can get me to go to hell and back, because now we working with something. And no, she's not a completely different Danni overnight. She probably still has a lot of the same problematic and toxic thoughts, but she's also thinking in a way that's a little bit more self-aware and that's more proactive, so that she can actually better self-regulate herself when engaging with me, which ultimately could lead to her actually being a better friend to me. So yeah, of course I'm going to show up and be a good friend to her. Loved it. Love every bit of it.
Yeah. But what I'm gonna need for you to do, Danny, I ain't gonna be cool with you until you go and knock on your friend Karen Mott's door.
Ooh.
Because if you don't owe nobody else an apology, no one else reassurance about this change that you're going through, it's her. Because the way you have come for this girl while she has been pregnant, the assassination of her character to try to expose a part of her past that maybe she's not happy with. And yeah, we're getting some clear understanding about you and your past and your traumas. I'm going to need you to go and make that fully correct. Because there's no way for me you're going through this type of, and I'm not saying it has to be immediate, but I need the thought to be regulated in her mind. Because to me, what word I want to use, I mean, it was just downright disrespectful, but to have that type of animosity towards Karen, that has to be truly exposed and dealt with in a proper way for me, so that true friendship and true healing can take place. Because even when Danny was like, well, I came over here to apologize, when, Karen was telling him about the two daddies, she never apologized. So I'm going to need that to happen.
Yep.
I'm going to need that to happen.
Period. So again, this is where y'all are right from. This is the Daniela that we get from this point on. I don't want to see nothing else. I'm just saying. The most least interesting sister in this whole damn episode, which is very shocking for me what I'm about to say, because it's not Fatima. She's right there, but Andrea Barnes, baby, she is getting left in the dust. And at this point, it don't even matter how many cute ass suits you put on KJ. KJ is going to be cute. She is cute. We get it. Everything looks good on that body, yada yada. We get it. But like, Andrea Barnes is a hot stinking mess, and I am so tired of seeing her. I just am. I'm tired.
Baby, I don't even care what she will. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I don't even hardly be paying attention to Andi. Now I paid attention to the pink because it was just loud and Barbie-ish. I don't even know what the hell I had on today, but I tell you what, that chick. First of all, it was so many things going on. I said, Andi, are you jealous that Robin got Penelope out of this cell? Because the way you walked out and stormed out of that police station, what the hell is going on here?
What is going on?
Like, do you want to be the center of attention in all ways? In all ways, I said, baby, I don't know. And Andi just don't even know what's wrong with this girl.
I don't know either, Ellie.
I don't know.
I quite literally don't know. It's like, girl, and at this point, we get it. You don't want to be judged off of your looks. You want to be judged off of your intellect and the content of your character and blase, blase, boom. But also, girl, if you're not going to show up how we think that you should show up in reference to being this astute attorney, then you need to lean into your damn pretty privilege and at least use that to give us something to pay attention to. Like, you storming off and like, I don't know. I really don't know, Ellie. Because I get it. You mad at Robin, you're suspended, and you blaming him. But he also is doing every single thing that you're asking for, and all you keep meeting him with is contempt and indignation. Like, at this point, girl, pick a different tactic. God damn. The nigga loves you and like wants to see you, then at least let us see you flirt with him. So that would make me feel like going on a journey with her of like, okay, she leaning into her manipulation bag. Andi is so goddamn one note that it's just boring to watch at this point. Like, I can only call her stupid so many times, and it's like, girl, you still stupid, but at least like make it fun. Do some shit for the plot. You're doing nothing for the plot. Like, you think your look is the plot, and it's not. It's not. I'm so over Andrea Barnes. I just want her to do something else. And I think I get really, really frustrated now that Robin is back because Austin as a character gives so much in these scenes. And this is not a KJ thing because KJ is fully talented, fully capable of giving more. But it's the shit that's on the page. Like, y'all are giving Andi nothing. Make the girl do something, please. Because these scenes are dead in the water. And like, yes, Robin is interesting to look at and Austin is doing a brilliant job there. But it's like, ultimately, I don't give a fuck. I don't give up that Andi magically found some kind of bravery or gravitas down at the police station with the ghetto ass cop who should be fired, or the cop secretary who should be fired because she's too ridiculous. And now she want to push back because, girl, quiet as kept. You shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't even be there. You running down here behind Zac and Fatima telling you that Robin ass did it. Andrea, please. I just have so many thoughts, and they all just are like, Andrea, please get the fuck off my screen until you find something to do worth watching.
I want to stop right there and pause right there, if you don't mind. Yeah. It's the fact that Erica, I already had this thought, but tonight, I mean this from the duration of Sistas. I know Sistas got renewed for season 9. So until they decide that they're going to wrap this show up, I will never, ever, ever view Andi as a lawyer. Because how in all the hell do you allow Ace Ventura pet detectives Zac and Fatima to get you to believe that Robin is the main suspect in who stabbed Gary? And you're supposed to be such an astute, powerful lawyer, and these the two people you listening to? I cannot. It makes no sense to me. The fact that it gave you such enthusiasm that you had to rush down here to this police station and say that you are Penelope's counsel when you already knew that Robin was going to be on his way to take care of that. I said, I cannot.
Ran down there in distress at that.
Yes.
Like, please. Girl, whether you thought you was going to beat him down there or not, the girl's still going to be in the cell. Like, there's nothing cool. Like, I am just so sick. Because even how they use the whole woe is Andi, the, like, damsel in distress, they don't even use it right. Like, this girl has all of this pretty privilege, all of this size privilege, all of this that she could really use. And she don't use it.
She don't. She don't. But she's just this great lawyer, child. Top of the
Child.
line. No one should ever sit her down. She deserves to work on every case. Girl, please.
Girl, when she said when you decided to incite a coup, I said in his own law firm. That's not how
In
this
his own law firm.
works. He owns this place. You a coup for you?
It's just a misplacing of words to me. I gotta put Andi right down there with Zac when he said that Michael literally said two words because Nuggets has two syllables. I can't. I can never get over that. It's like I can never use a cool Andi. Come on. Come on, baby girl.
Girl, you just work here. That's it. That's
Literally.
it.
Literally. Can't.
And Ellie, I figure I'm about to get on board with you because Andre does not give lawyers. She gives dumb as hell. Like the
She
girl needs to use
does.
her wiles, her intellect. She need to use something. She again, like I said, y'all, she's just so damn one note. She's in distress, and then all of a sudden she's no longer in distress. 1 minute she cool as a cucumber, yeah, because I'm Andrea Barnes, and then oh my god, like it's too much. It's too much. And like Robin would literally be putty in her fucking hands if she would play this right. You don't even have to like this man. Like I'm not even saying that she has to want to be with him or anything. But like, girl, the way that you're going about all of this is dumb as hell. And even the trusting of Zac and Fatima. Like, yes, you could believe that Fatima is your girl. Cool. But like taking carte blanche like advice from her and Zac off of some little Crayola box board that they then put together, like where is your damn theories? Where the hell is your damn investigation? You over here this damn penthouse crying about how you should be managing partner and you gonna fight for what the hell you want. Meanwhile, all you've been able to do is put on some cute ass suits and saunder around Atlanta throwing up attitude. Girl, Andy's so damn
It's the
simple.
entitlement for me. It's the entitlement for me. I said, baby, you know, all these people running around here just giving up cooch and believing because they gave that up, they're supposed to have a certain esteem because you done gave it up. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. That's not how this thing works.
At all.
This man I told you he loved you. You went over to his house and put on your freak like me voice and energy for him to do a favor for you after you done slapped him, accused him of being like Gary. Girl, the fact that this man even still talks to you is wild to me. It's just why everything about Andi just screams dumb. And it's the mere fact for me. Are you not overly concerned why Zac and Fatima are so overly consumed with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like that didn't strike you as odd, man? Like to really look at them like, why are you guys so consumed about who tried to stab Gary? That would be my first question. Like, oh, y'all really into this? You literally have a board. You literally have a prop of a knife stuck to it. Oh, y'all taking this thing seriously. Why? It just ain't for Penelope. Fatima, why you so gung ho on it being Robin? Mm-mm. Too many questions not being asked for me.
But we immediately jumping and assuming, and Robin, did you do it? I don't believe that Robin did it. I know some of y'all believe he got shady ass energy. I honestly don't even believe that Zac and Fatima did it. I think that Gary. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I'm not gonna save it for another video. Gary did it to himself, and I'm done with the storyline at this point.
You think so?
I think he did it to
That would be
himself.
wild. That would be wild.
And this episode convinced me he did that shit. Whatever they said he did that shit. I 100% believe that Gary stabbed himself, and I believe that he's about to set up Zac and Fatima. I think that he got plans for all of them, and everything is going according to plan, down to the amnesia. I'm sorry, Allie, but his ass knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what he did, and he is deploying another plan that's also going to hopefully sever the tie with Hudson. This is going to try to get somebody arrested for this, get back at Andi. I don't believe that he actually wants Andi, which leads me to believe that he stabbed himself because he didn't want to go through with it, but he didn't want to cut the string because he really enjoys playing with Andi like a goddamn puppet. So this is buying him time. He's not being prosecuted currently, but the SEC and all of that tied to the money laundering and all that kind of stuff. This is a plan, and he's about to start a whole damn new life, but he's gonna make sure he blows Andrea Barnes' life up before he exits. I already clocked it. I was hoping that it was Jasmine on that paper, but once they flipped it over and showed that it was Fatima's face, I said, "Oh, he's lying. He did that shit to himself." And look at where the knife was. It wasn't in his heart. It was here. Gary, please. Ellie, are you frozen? I think you're frozen. Hold on. Hey, y'all, I think she frozen. Ellie, you still there?
Hey, you guys.
Hold on, y'all. My thing might be breaking up a little bit. I think your screen is frozen, love. You might have to go out and come back in, Ellie. While you do that, I'm going to check some of these comments. See, Scott says, "I'm with you, Erica. I think Gary did it himself." Okay. Tanya says, "Gary definitely faking amnesia." Oh, you back, Ellie.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Sorry, y'all.
No worries. Miriam said, "My prediction precisely." What you think about that?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I thought, right? I'm still on the thing that Gary has amnesia. Don't come for me, y'all. Okay. I still believe that he has amnesia, but this is what I thought when he made that initial response to Fatima and Zac. I thought that his mind was playing tricks on him. I thought that Gary was going back to when Zac actually did slap him in his office and he had his run in with Fatima, because those are the only two people in the picture other than him pushing the hell out of Penelope that he's had physical altercations with. So I thought it was just like his mind playing tricks on him, like, yeah, those things happen, but not in the order in which he believed it happened. Like Fatima never stabbed him, but they did have a physical altercation. Like, that's where my mind went. I never even thought about the fact that Gary could have possibly stabbed himself, but I don't put it past him.
I don't know
I
what it
definitely
is
don't put
about
it past.
tonight's episode, but that is what immediately popped in my mind. And I had not had this thought prior to tonight.
That's wild. Oh, I'm so excited to find out who actually did it or what actually happened that night. That
They
would
need
be
to hurry up and get
amazing.
with it, because I don't need this to go on the rest of the damn episode. I mean, the rest of the damn season. Because, Cheeto, while we love you, darling, I don't give a damn about Gary, and I want him gone as well. So either rehabilitate his ass or he got to go. The story is running stale. What Kiki Papa says,
It
it
is.
is run
It
dry.
is. And I'm gonna need y'all to give my baby a haircut. I'm not used to seeing him like this.
Allie, he
So
doped up in the hospital, sedated and
I know.
whatnot.
I'm gonna need y'all to, as you stated, I'm gonna need y'all to wrap this story up because I'm gonna need Cheeto to get back on his Cheeto, and right now I don't like how y'all got him up here looking, but he's still fine. But yeah, but it's gonna be so. I love all the different theories surrounding Gary. Like, I love how different, the things that people think has happened. But I'm just like, it's crazy. I'm so excited to find out what happened. But as you stated, it's run its course. We on this is episode 14. We do not want to see a whole entire season of Gary. Like, please wrap it up about who did this to this man, or if he did it to himself.
Because between Andrea Barnes being y'all captain attorney, which technically I guess Robin is now leading the charge, so he's actually showing that people go to work and do their damn job and know what the hell they doing. But Asian Watts is also, you can't possibly be an FBI agent. Can't possibly be. You do no work. You have no investigation, sir. You're quite literally grasping at straws and coercing confessions. Take that somewhere else as well.
That man there. I knew something was going on because I was like, I noticed how he talked to every other woman, but when he got to Penelope, he was so soft with her and caring with her. I was like, oh, no wonder, because you got a little thing going on. Tell me you felt sorry for her. Why you ain't feel sorry for these other women?
Ooh.
You got
Yeah,
them
because the
here. You
rest
know
of
they
them are
ain't do
just
this.
weak women that allowed Gary to exact his will. Like, he is so quick to use that W word when he's talking about these women. He gonna call them weak in a heartbeat.
Natalie Rose brought up a good question. Who do you think drugged him in the hospital?
Yeah. Mm.
I still want it to be Jasmine. I'm banking on Jasmine to make a hellish of a return.
I feel like whoever drugged him in the hospital did not stab him. They just saw an
Okay.
opportunity.
I want it to be Jasmine.
I would love it for the stabbing to be Jasmine, to be honest. Um, who do I think it was? Do we think it was Hudson?
The only reason why I don't think it was Hudson is because Hudson had prime opportunity to do anything he wanted to do to Gary, and this person made sure they was kind of incognito with the way that they were dressed. That's the only reason why I don't believe it was him.
Yeah, I don't believe it's anybody that we know. I feel like this might be a higher hit then if it's not Hudson. And it's somebody taking the opportunity because Gary's in the hospital.
Maybe that's what happened when you got so many enemies. You just don't know.
Okay.
You don't know who trying to take you out of here.
Child. But I guess we're gonna have to keep thinking about who it is. Y'all let us know in the chat who you think it is. What else happened in this episode, Allie?
Oh, do we want to go here? It's a real quick scene. Do we want to go here? Fatima and Karen?
But that's like
Or
the
you want to
next
hold
week.
off on that?
I mean,
No, no.
oh
That was on this episode.
well, it cut off when
It was
she
right
showed
before.
up.
Okay. I just had my own personal vendetta, my own personal thing.
Go for it, friend.
Cause a lot of y'all helpers and some of y'all illers was coming for me real hard these past 2 weeks about Karen popping up at Zac and Fatima's house unannounced. She needs to stop. Why she keep doing it? Don't nobody do it to her. Well. What did we have at the end of this episode? Fatima pops up at Karen's house unannounced and uninvited. I want y'all to keep that same energy. And just like I put in my community tab, I remember everybody's screen name. I have a very good memory. I don't forget Jack. So all
Ooh.
y'all who was selling out, don't be quiet. Go to my channel, drop it in the comments, because y'all was writing me and Erica hard, real hard, about Karen. Even though we said we didn't really want to see her over there, but we understood. There is no reason why Fatima popped up at Karen's house. Something we need to talk when you just made a big old scene about her popping up at your house. But I forgot. Nothing, the rules don't apply to you. You do what the hell you want to do, but you want to hold everybody else accountable. I just had to throw that out there. But I'm coming for y'all. Y'all know who y'all are.
Karen should have
That's all I
called
had to say
first.
about that.
Karen could have called and said what she got to say.
She could have
Karen
called
could have
first.
texted. But Fatima need to come and talk about what happened at the hospital, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that Karen don't need to be stressed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh,
All
okay.
right. Mm-hmm.
Zac
Mm-hmm.
has to call or has to ask Fatima if it's okay to call Karen. But does Zac know that you're at Karen's house? But the rules don't
Good.
apply to
The
Fatima.
rules don't apply to Fatima.
Got it.
Just so we communicating. Just so we communicating, you know what I'm saying? I'ma call Karen, check on the twins. Cool. You are a grown ass man with a child on the way, unfortunately with someone you're not in a relationship with. You do not have to ask Fatima's permission, nor get her consent or validation to do the things you're supposed to do as far as your responsibilities as a father. I do understand maintaining open communication and effective communication, but the way that Zac poses his comings and goings with Karen is as if he is waiting to be granted permission. I don't need your permission. I'm gonna call and check on Karen and the twins. Like, cool, like it's all right with you. And if it wasn't, if Fatima said no, Zac, I don't want you to do that, what would you have done?
Ooh.
I'm not understanding. And while we own Zac and Fatima, I want to give a big shout out to my big homie slash my baby Aaron, because he would never have Karen working while she's pregnant to take care of him. We see Zac over here with this damn preschool board doing nothing, but you got Fatima pregnant, Fatima working while you at home doing nothing. We don't see you making business calls. We don't see you trying to get your money together. We don't see you washing clothes. We saw you cook those and brag about Michael saying the word nuggets. I'm not even going to call you a stay-at-home father because you're not fathering. Your son is in school. And when he comes home, we still don't see you fathering. So what the hell are you doing at home? And then you got your pregnant fiance working. Man, you was a mark, cuz. I just had to put that out there. You was a mark, cuz you no. Aaron would never.
Would
Aaron would
never,
never.
never, ever, 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 ever. Co-signing
Mm-mm.
Fatima gotta bring home the bacon is wild work. I said, ho, at least leading up to this moment, we never got your verbal confirmation. So we could hover in the road of like you just doing what you gotta do and have been subtly coaxed into being this damn mammy. But this is letting us know that you 100% chose this life like a damn dummy.
Yes.
You got it. You got it.
I said, what? I gotta get the bacon until you get your money. I said, well, what is he doing in between time, in the meantime? You, uh, sorry, what? I don't know what's worse, having your man drop you off while you go to work and he use your car until it's time to come pick you up, or you actually see him get dressed for the day and knowing he ain't got nothing to do while you walk out to go to your job. I don't know. I don't know, baby.
I thought that we had left all this Yvette shit in the 2000s, but I guess not. I guess not. Basima, you got it. Pregnancy and all. You got this,
Pregnancy
mama.
and all.
They want to talk about Pam having sex.
Oh my
I
God.
want to like Pam. I really want to continue to like Pam, but I fear with them making her a series regular, they're gonna make me hate that woman.
We clearly know that you have a home. Why do you keep having sex in Karen's salon? And you're not even in the office. You're right up there in the front. Girl, I was so like I knew something was up by the way she was dressed, even though we couldn't see Tenderoni Trey in that moment. I honestly thought Pam was about to do something on Instagram about making her hair cream possible lube. That's the direction I thought she was going in. Never
Mm-hmm.
imagined she was about to get boned right there on that damn desk in the
And
front of Karen's
Tyler,
salon.
Tyler, did we really need to see the little bits and pieces of Tenderoni Trey? Because I didn't need to see the side of his ass cheeks. I don't care about that man. I know that y'all love the way that that man look, but they could have kept it. They could have kept all of every bit of his rap package.
I'm gonna
Shout
just
out
say
to Raja. Raja McCray, thank you for
Oh,
the super chat, boo. What do you guys think about Robin and Penelope? We gonna come back to that. Let's finish off Tenderoni Trey, and then we'll go right to that next. I got you, boo.
even though we didn't need to see it, Erica,
You liked it, friend?
I didn't mind it.
You okay?
I
But
didn't
you
mind it,
actually
but I did.
you sexually attracted to him though.
We didn't need to see that though. Like we honestly did not need to see all of that. First of all, I didn't need to see that man's ass in that way, and secondly, we did not need to see where the top of his trimmed hair was. That was team too much, and I didn't appreciate it. Like
All of
in all
it.
seriousness, we did not need to see that. We did not need to see that.
But you know,
He
some
has
people
a
are
great
attracted to
body.
Trey. So okay, cool. I still look at
I
Trey
am.
like he's a
I am.
child. He looks like I'm just like, sir, please, please. So every hmm. But you know, if y'all like it, all the ladies at Eden probably would have loved it. Or loved it if y'all watched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't need that.
Trey, I need you
We
to
didn't
be
need
more
that at
mature than
all.
this. Cause why are you dicking her down in the salon? Also. Pam, why are you making the decision? And Trey, you know that this is Karen's salon. Why are you going along with it?
That's the thing that gets me. Like, I guess what made me like you. Tenderoni Trey presented himself to be a young man, but someone who was respectable and shown that you had
Yeah.
some respect and concern and care for Karen, even though it was, it was minute, but still, I would have never imagined him getting it in like that in this woman's salon at her receptionist desk. Like, are you kidding me? That was
Switch.
wild. That was absolutely wild.
When the
And
salon
I'm
about to
like,
open.
Pam,
Like,
why you, thank you. And why you always having sex in her salon? You done had sex in her closet in the back there in the office. Now you having sex in the salon. Ain't no telling how many people you done. Like, that's wild to me. That is
Pam's
wild to
ass is
me.
on thin ice. All
And
right.
don't they
Thank
got cameras in there?
I hope so. But it's not like she
Listen,
gonna fire her.
she not.
So it is what it is. All right, we need to talk about Robin and Penelope. What do we think about Robin and Penelope? And some people earlier were talking about, do we think anything romantic is going to
Yeah.
arise? So what are your thoughts on Robin and
Yeah.
Penelope? Again, thank you for
I
the
had a
super
lot of
chat,
people
boo.
ask me about that. Yeah, I had a lot of people that asked me about that. And initially, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was like, they got a little. The vibe was there. I mean, I'm not against it. I wouldn't be surprised if Penelope tried to do a little 1-2-1-2 with Robin, especially knowing that how she feels about Andi, and that's a way that she could probably kind of get under Andi's skin. I mean, I would be here for the storyline, to be honest.
Really?
And I would be here for it because one, it would let Andi know that you ain't got it like that. That you ain't got it like that. And honestly, Robin just might be the person that Penelope really couldn't, even if she is doing it with malicious intent initially, I could see her really falling for him. Because I guess Robin may, even though he does have a sensational appetite for women, I believe that if Robin probably was loved properly and shown the love of a good woman, there's no telling.
And we think
Ain't no
Penelope
tell
is a
out.
good woman? I think I just don't like Penelope. I think that that's it. One, I also don't. Well, it's like a lot of things. It's not even. I don't have. These are not numbered. I'm gonna say numbers, but these are not of any priority and importance. One, I don't like Penelope. I want her gone. Girl, I'm done with your ass. You're full of shit. You literally keep misdirecting all of your damn anger, and I need you to figure out a process to better coordinate that. If you're gonna be simple as hell by giving off goofy ass confessions to things that your ass didn't do. Like you give stupid, but then you also want everybody around you to be smart. It don't work like that. It's giving pedestrian ass Andrea Barnes, and it's like womp. We got a Andi. If Robin fell for Penelope, it would take down so many notches of how I regard him because it's Penelope. Like she's crazy. She needs to be on somebody's drip or some kind of medication. Like something is wrong with her, and it would not be a win. Like the Penelope that we met that was so in love with Gary before we realized, like before she suffered great trauma. I get it, and then she completely lost her goddamn mind. Maybe, but this one, no. And then even if she was doing it to get back at Andi, I don't even feel like her pulling him would be a one up to Andi, honestly, because it gives very much so you just like all of Andi's sloppy seconds. It gives great value Andi, and Andi is already great value. So like, how are you the knockoff of a knockoff? Like, I don't. It just don't work for me. And again, it circles back to like me thinking less of Robin in the process. Like, Robin, you cannot possibly have a type this hard. You cannot possibly be super attracted to silly bitches. Like, I need you to understand that Andrea Barnes needs to be the one kryptonite. Because if I see you with another dumb hoe, I'm going to assume that you're a dumb hoe. And I don't want to do that.
Well, I think Robin is a dumb hoe. I think the girl that he had the threesome with told me everything I needed to know about the bastard. The chick he had the threesome, she was boning Gary too.
But it was sex.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, if she, so you're okay. So if Robin
but
actually
you were saying like the
for
loving of a good woman, that means conversations and dates and all of that. Like, it's one thing if you just sticking parts of you into hoes, but if you are pursuing them to get to know them and to like have a relationship, like he is pursuing Andi. Yes, he wants to still stick parts of him and the parts of her, but he also want to wake up and get pancakes made by Andi. He want to go to brunch with her probably and do goofy, silly relationship. And I'm like, you get one of those to not be in a category with this dumb hoe. The moment that you start wanting to serial date dumb hoes, you also are a dumb hoe. You get what I'm saying?
I do. Now, AOL, you know I love Robin, sis. You know I love Robin. But they don't have to do, and the reason why I'm saying I would be here for him and Penelope, they need to do something else with his character. Because I don't want to see him pine for Andi. So they don't have to do something. Baby, I mean, hell, everybody else
talking about something else, and if we talking about Andi getting that get back as it pertains to Robin, I want them to hire another black woman attorney that comes in and actually do her job. Maybe her ass is a little bit frumpy, and maybe she has a crush on Robin, and Robin ain't attracted to her to begin with, but starts to win her over and starts to give Andi the business in every part of her life, because all you got working for you is that you look good, girl. But you don't keep up your damn caseloads. You only represent your felon ass friends. You too freaky and worried about sex at every moment. I need a girl in there who's wearing pencil skirts and glasses and a jacked up ass wig, like one of them really, really hard wigs. And she is clocking hella billable hours. She is bringing in hella clients. She is literally doing all of the things that Andrea Barnes claims to do. And then Robin's like, oh, you're just so smart. Interesting. That would do it for me. Him getting with Penelope would do absolutely nothing for me except for continue to ruin the Robin character. Because it's not a win.
Do Robin like smart women?
I need him to, Allie. I need him to beat the allegation. I'm sis. So tired of these simple ass men.
I don't know, sis. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, fam.
Y'all really want to see him with Penelope? Penelope is off her rocker, bro.
I don't want to see him with Penelope. I don't want to see him with Penelope, but I wouldn't mind it. Like, I wouldn't mind if they went in that direction. I wouldn't mind it.
It gives Penelope wants all of Andi's sloppy seconds, and it gives Robin wants all of Gary's, and it's like ew. Quite literally ew.
I get it.
The bitch is crazy. Like, she confessed to stabbing this nigga accidentally. What is attractive about that? Like, yes, Celicia is stunning. Cool. We already showed you what the pretty bitches give you. Like, you about to be pulling out your hair behind Andrea Barnes. So you gonna go get Andrea Barnes with no damn degree? You gonna go get Andrea Barnes with the erratic ass brother? You gonna get Andrea Barnes with the miscarriage trauma? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. It does not compute, Allie. I would rather
don't do little ping ping like that. Don't do little ping ping. Don't do little ping ping like that now. Don't do it.
Allie, what did I say that was a lie?
I'm being funny now. I'm being funny, but no, that would be
I
something.
would rather Robin pull Fatima as a more interesting storyline than him pulling Penelope.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
And also part
That
of it
is
is like
hilarious.
Penelope wouldn't even be a challenge. Like I feel like
No,
he
she
breathed
wouldn't.
on her a little bit too hard, and then now all of a sudden, I just don't like Penelope. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't like her ass.
But I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
I'm
I
so
feel
ready for her to get off my goddamn screen and take your brother with you, please. Cause his
Please take
little
him.
erratic ass, he wanna be. Robert sticks his hand out to shake your damn hand, and you don't want to do it. But then he about to go in and get your sister out, so now you want to shake. I offered you my hand. Now I'm about to backslap your ass all up and through this goddamn precinct. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, please take him. Please take him.
But y'all, we probably about to get it. Y'all might be right, and I'm just gonna be rolling my eyes. I just want better for you, Robin, but you just gonna be a hoe, I guess. So fine.
You know.
We need more well-to-do men in this series. If they're gonna be there taking up all this goddamn space, I need them to be less raggedy.
We do. We do. We need a balance.
Or if you're
We
going to
do.
make all of these men trash, Aaron needs more screen time. Because where the hell is Aaron Carter?
Yeah.
Uh,
We definitely need to see him. Definitely. Mm.
yes, both of them. Y'all want them both gone too? I would rather Robin sleep with Pam. If we're going down the silly hoe route, pick that silly hoe.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That is way more interesting than him smashing Penelope.
Mm.
Also, Penelope can just come up to the penthouse, backslap Andi over the dining room table, and say, "I had your man." I don't want to see
That would
that.
be more exciting for me. That would be more exciting for me
Really?
than him.
No, I don't want
Yeah.
to see that shit. Andrea Barnes'
Yeah,
sister be ashamed.
that would be more exciting if Robin had sex with Penelope and I guess because it's just Penelope's frame of mind. Like I would hope he wouldn't do that, but to me it would be more interesting because she has such a strong disdain for Andi. She feels like Andi destroyed her life, which I don't know how she got that, but she feels like Andi destroyed her life, and you feel like the way that I could get back at her is to have sex with Robin. Go ahead, girl. Yeah, I mean, hell, y'all got to do something because the storylines y'all been having, I'm tired of them.
Yeah, the Penelope
Do
storyline has
do
definitely
something.
run dry. I guess y'all might get y'all
It
wish, but I'm gonna be
has.
mad about it. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna be mad about it.
Yes.
What else happened in this episode?
Um, Fatima got what she got. Hayden's password or
Oh,
something. I wasn't even sure
brother.
what she was looking for. Like that's what she did. I'm so convinced. I say this almost every review I do. I am so convinced that the writers didn't have anything for Zac and Fatima to do this season. I'm thoroughly convinced.
Yeah.
No storyline whatsoever. None.
Which is fine. They could be like y'all. The way that y'all got Aaron tucked in the cuff, y'all should probably have Zatima tucked in the cuff. Like they should be the ones getting 6 episodes out of the 22 episode season if you're gonna have them here. Like we quite literally don't need to see them every single episode if y'all don't have nothing for them to do. Now I did enjoy the changing of the tactic with Hayden and being nice. I like that it provided some type of interest and contrast to be able to be like, okay, this is different. Let's see how he gonna respond. The whole her getting something and sending it to him, you already like. I think she sent the video of them sleeping together or whatever to Mara and Gary.
Okay.
It didn't give like she was moving so fast. It didn't give that you also deleted the fact that you sent it to yourself. It seemed like you sent it and just put the phone down. Like I'm just like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
we just gonna suspend our disbelief to a certain extent. Okay, cool, whatever, and that's that. I kind of wish you would have caught her. Like that would have been more interesting to me.
Me too. I thought he was gonna catch her, and I was getting excited, but of course that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was
rapid
ready
way that
for it.
Fatima got into his phone, child. Because I know that Hayden thinks highly of himself, but the headshot, the headshot in the
He ain't that
door.
damn vain. He ain't that damn vain. I say, really, y'all? Come on now.
But
What else
Allie,
happened?
your
What's up?
boy talking about we could have been on the same page. I don't even remember everything that he said, but he was alluding to we could have been making really great music together, but you ain't want that, Chris. I was
We
chuckling.
clocked that because I can't wait for y'all to listen to that first half of our conversation because we hit on that.
Mm-hmm.
We hit on that. But yeah, I said, okay, Hayden, we could have had that, but you didn't want that. I
Ain't
said,
no one
hell, she
says.
might have.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, you about to say she might as well.
Well, I was gonna say what I was about to say. I was like, hell, she might as well have given Hayden a shot. Hell, you with Zac?
Hello. At least Hayden got a
So,
job.
he wouldn't impregnated you and had you working. But
Ooh.
okay.
Ain't no one says now we pretending that a flat photo is unlocking phones. Come on, stop, child. Y'all
Okay.
tried. Y'all tried.
They sure did.
The FBI agent will be mad about that because I know he hit that. Y'all think that they slept together, Penelope and Watts?
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either. Do you
I don't
think
think
that
they
he's
did.
actually interested in her?
No.
I don't think so either. I think he's
No.
interested
And then
in Andi.
I think that I don't know because he may be one of those men who has like an attraction to women who are like downtrodden. Because I remember when we were first introduced to him, he was picking up Andy ass off that country road, and he seemed to be very. I'll never forget that. And I was like, oh, he fine. And he just seemed to be very concerned about her during that time frame. And even though we didn't get to see him with Penelope, he understood what happened. She had just had, the miscarriage and was in a very, vulnerable state. And I think he kind of maybe he feels like he's one of those men that can I guess eradicate those feelings or make that person feel better. But that's like the kind of vibe I got from him because he just don't like this badass nasty ass dude. That's not who we were introduced to when he was first introduced to us. Like, so I'm like, maybe he just has that thing when he tries to help women in distress, maybe. But I don't think he's into her like that.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I could totally see that. Anything else, y'all? What else did we not touch on that happened in the episode that we need to discuss? I didn't watch the preview more than once, so I kind of have a vague idea of what we are previewing. I know the Fatima and Karen conversation is coming. What do you think that conversation is going to be about, Allie?
Well, she said we need to talk about last night. The only thing I could think about that Fatima wants to discuss is her pregnancy. Excuse
I
me.
think so too.
Maybe for Karen not to say anything. I'm not sure. But the issue I will have with that, if that's the direction, because if I remember correctly, and y'all know y'all can fact check me, but I know I'm right. When Karen found out that she was pregnant by Zac and Aaron, and it was Zac, Aaron, Fatima, and Danni who was in her apartment, and she asked them not to say anything to anybody. Did Fatima not go the next morning and tell Andi about it? So, do you want Karen to respect your privacy? Do you want Karen to keep this to herself until you feel that you're ready to expose the fact that you're pregnant? But you had no type of loyalty to her to not tell her business after she asked you not to. And I'm gonna just tell you straight up, all the Fatima lovers, I understand, but I'm gonna go slap off on her if that's the direction that we going in.
And girl, you, I'm gonna tell whoever the hell I want to
Mm-hmm.
tell, and will. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, and I don't want to hear about
Oh,
it. Don't want to hear about it. Karen decided to go run
yeah.
tell that. She deserved to run tell that because they was talking all types of about her, all
Sure
around
was.
her, up, down, the center. Yeah, and then I don't even know if it's Zach's, so she also get a little bit of that too. I wonder if Fatima's
Mm.
baby is even Zach's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear
Mm.
from not a Fatima holic, not a Fatima stand. I don't want to hear
Okay. Because it was too many kikis. It was too many moments that y'all tried her while she was present and while she wasn't present. And y'all supposed to be her sisters, her friends, and y'all let Fatima talk crazy about the
Uh-huh.
paternity of your friend's child before we knew that there were twins involved. Y'all did that. That's why I said, Danny, you got to apologize. Like there's just no way, because you was right up there with Fatima at that mocktail brunch, acting a plum fool.
Yep.
So I want to see. I want to see. I'm interested to see what Fatima has to say.
Me too. There you go. I think that's pretty much it from the episode, if I recall correctly. I definitely
I
thought it
think
was
that
a
was
decent one,
it.
better than what we had
Yeah,
last season. So I ain't really
I
mad at it.
agree.
Are we adjusting our ratings? You still at 6.5? What'd you say? 6.5?
I'm saying this is what I thought it was a solid episode. Like I thought overall the episode in its entirety, I thought it was a good episode. And like you said, it was a lot better than what we have received in the past. I enjoyed it actually,
Yeah.
and I can
But
I
I'm
can't
just
always
so
say that.
shocked. I am it's so crazy. I'm shocked. I enjoyed the show. Child. Ugh, I know I've been behind y'all. I haven't posted any breakdowns, but I'm going to get y'all a breakdown because your girl is definitely traveling, and I want to make sure y'all at least have that. Cause I don't know when I'm gonna get to these subject videos, but the episode also gave us a ton of things to dive into further. I can finally do the is the therapy working video and not just slander Danny for Phil with this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
Um,
it was. Sierra said Fatima dumb for getting pregnant by Zach. I just had a discussion with somebody about that very thing, who wanted to tell me that, well, it was going to happen. That's her fiance, and she didn't get pregnant on purpose. I said, baby, yes, that's the hell she did. See, y'all gotta
mm-hmm,
remember, we really do this.
mm-hmm,
If you go back, there was a moment that Fatima told Zach that she would have been pregnant from him if she didn't make him take proper precautions, and her being on birth control as well. So you've been on birth control and you're having Zach take proper precautions, which means he's using a condom, wearing a condom. At some point, you decided to get off birth control and for him to stop wearing a condom. And that's why we're in this situation here. You got pregnant on purposes. So when I say Fatima just had to one up Karen, people say, well, she's his fiance. She didn't have to one up him. Yes, she did, because the heifer got pregnant on purpose, which is dumb as hell. Your man just found out he got a 3-year-old son. His ex-girlfriend is 7.5, 8 months pregnant, and then you decide to get pregnant on purpose. Okay.
wild work,
Okay.
silly even. Yeah, she
Wild
did it
work,
on purpose.
silly,
She did it from
on
a place of
purpose.
insecurity. She did it from a place of desiring to maintain. Because I don't even think she did it to try to one up Karen. Because at this point, you were behind. You were having his first daughter. Um, she did it as a way to try to hold on to the little bit of ground that she feels like she has, which is crazy because you're the fiance. You're the one living in the duplex. You the one bringing home the bacon for him to eat. Hmm. Interesting.
Baby. And I'm so glad you brought up the reviews, because it has been so long since I have done an episode review, because I just can't talk about everything that happens on this show. But I want y'all to know I'm going back to doing episode reviews, but I'm breaking them down in 5 parts because I'm not going to talk about everything. So it's going to be 5 things I discuss. I'm going to talk about my favorite scene, an LOL scene, like a scene that literally made me laugh out loud. The could have done without scene, um the wilded out scene, and y'all wrong as hell for that scene. So them the five. It's gonna be five things. It's gonna be entertaining to me. I'm gonna have it entertaining for y'all, but that's the only way I can do an episode review. So I hope y'all enjoy it. But I'm
All
getting
right,
back to that though.
not A. Miriam said my volume was too low. I adjusted it a little bit. So is that better? I'm also not sitting up on the mic, so that could be 100% my fault. I love that, Ellie. I love that idea for that new format.
Yeah, that's the only way I could get through it. And I was like, I miss doing them, but I'm like, I got to find another method because I just can't talk about everything that happened on the show.
Sure. I still have a couple more All the Queen's Men videos that I need to release while we're on hiatus. I wish they would be a little bit more forthcoming. And I know on BT Plus they don't do a ton of previews and trailers or whatever, but I need to know where the hell we're going. That sucks, but y'all can be on the lookout for that. Family Business returns next week, which or not returns. The spinoff premieres next week, so we will be talking about the family business. I haven't done my trailer breakdown yet, but I got y'all. Um, tons and tons and tons of content that I actually need to release before next week because I am going to Sundance, so that will be
Oh,
a thing. This month is like
oh,
flying by for me.
I'm sorry. What'd you say coming back?
Hmm?
What show you said was coming out?
The Family Business
You
New
said,
Orleans.
wow. No, I didn't realize it.
Yeah, girl, the trailer's out. It looks pretty good. It comes out, I
Okay,
think, the
I had to catch it.
23rd. I think it's the
Okay.
23rd. And child, this Friday, Severance come back, and I'm obsessed with that show. So yeah,
Oh,
tons of
never.
stuff
Yeah,
coming to the channel, y'all.
that's what's up.
I appreciate all the patience thus far because I've slowed down a little bit just in the current life space that I'm in. But again, more content is coming soon.
Yeah.
Y'all see them videos? Click them and watch them. Pretty, 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 please. I appreciate you.
Yeah, y'all watch them. Y'all make sure if y'all have not already watched the first two Mary J. Blige movies on Lifetime, the third and
Oh
final one
wait,
is
that's
coming out
coming.
January. Yes, it come out January 25th. Y'all go to my community page tab, click the link. I reviewed the first two films. They were amazing. I loved them. I will be reviewing the third one as well. I think it's entitled Family Affair. And yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that. I got my. I've been talking about this for a long time, but I finally got the videos. I just gotta edit them and everything. My Moesha videos, my the game videos, all the nostalgia stuff is coming out. So when y'all see them pop up, y'all make sure y'all click them. Also, I'm taking suggestions. I don't watch a lot of TV, but if y'all watching something and y'all think it's good, want to hear my thoughts about it, or a certain episode about a show we watched in the past, y'all let me know. I'm easy to get in contact with. I'm cool to talk to. I talk to a lot of y'all over social media, so just reach out to me. I'm willing to watch anything at least once.
Yes, yes, y'all. All the Queen's Men is not done. That was a typo. There's 16 episodes in the season of All the Queen's Men. We just finished episode 8, so we're in a mid-season hiatus. You guys can go on to ericavane.com and check out the 35 new characters that are coming to this season, where it actually shows you which characters are coming to which episodes. There's still 8 more episodes, and then I also have the synopsis um for the next few episodes as well. So there are more episodes. They literally did a typo. I don't know what BT Plus be having going on, but All the Queen's Men is not done. And as far as I know, this isn't the final season either. So when they said series finale, I have no idea where they pulled that from, but okay, girl. Yes, the Mary J. Blige Lifetime movies are getting a third and final installment, which will be here, like
Yeah.
Ali said. The trailer is out, which I haven't done a trailer breakdown. I think I'm gonna do that. And yes, the Family Business New Orleans is a spinoff from the Family Business, so that will be coming out too. Any news on Kingdom Business? No, no news yet on Kingdom Business that I saw. Try DR from Detroit. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's new. DR from Detroit is one of the best shows of 2024, and I really fucked up in not covering it in real time. And I wanted to cover it now, like while it's premiering on BET, but my grandfather's death happened. I'm trying to keep up with my regular schedule, so it's been a little bit hard. However, I am coming with my DR video, so y'all need to watch because when I drop them hoes, we need to discuss. That is one of the best shows of 2024. It is so fresh. It is so interesting. Like the writing is on point, the acting is on point. Like they really surprised me with that. I would argue that DR from Detroit is one of the best shows on BET Plus, but one of the best shows across the board. Like DR from Detroit helped me. Not that I think badly about BET Plus, but I don't put them in the running. Like when it comes to like Christmas movies, Black Christmas movies, yes, because y'all got it. Like y'all didn't, converted me from over on Lifetime and Hallmark because I want to see the black folks on their Christmas love rom-com, blah, 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 blah. Cool. And yes, we watch all the Queen's Men and the Tyler Perry-ness of it all. But DR from Detroit is so fresh, is so original, so outside of what BET has done that it literally puts them on par with like a Showtime or a Paramount Plus or a Peacock, and not just the place where Tyler Perry goes to live. And I hope I'm describing that well without actually giving it away. So yes, if y'all haven't watched DR from Detroit, it's currently premiering on BET. It's a BET Plus original that is playing on BET right now, and you should watch it because it's dope. It's really dope.
I'm gonna check it out.
Wait, you haven't watched it, Allie?
I think I watched like 2 episodes. I haven't watched the whole thing, so I'm gonna need to watch that. I will be reviewing Harlem. I did see somebody post it on here, so when Harlem season 3 come back out, I will be reviewing that. But
that
I'm
will
gonna
be the
watch
final
DR
season
though.
of that, and I've been sitting on that for so
Yeah.
long. I have known that since they filmed it last year, and I have been trying not to say that. And I was like, damn, because I wanted to like advocate for them to move networks once they found out. Because I have a friend who's on the show, y'all. So once she told me, I was like, yo, how do we advocate for like Tracy to take it elsewhere? And we're like, yo, it's pretty much a done deal. So this is their third and final season, and I hate that because Harlem was really good.
It is really good. It is.
But yes, that's coming back as well. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We will see you next week. I haven't watched Show, and I heard it was really good, but then Dion Cole went viral for talking bad about black women. So then I was just like,
What?
yeah. So the moment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch it, then that something happened with him, and I don't even remember exactly what it was, and I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't support men who do like that. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in and talking all
Thank you guys.
Sistas with us. Be on the lookout for the new videos. Can't wait to see Allie's new episode breakdown formats. Probably gonna be funny as hell. Love that.
It is, girl.
And you guys also again be on the lookout for the special episode of our Sistas Keeper, because the moment I get back to LA, I'm gonna make that joint live so that y'all can get into it. See you in the next one.
Good night, y'all.